Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever and whenever you are. And welcome to Take the Points,
a true underdog podcast. Said in a normal voice, not someone that sounds like they're belching, which is what you sound.
The thing is, I always think that my voice is going to sound lower. Like when I start that, I try to get it as low as I can, and it just doesn't go down there, man. Well, I just can't. It doesn't make any sound.
You sound like that when in Men in Black when they open the guy's face and it was the alien dying. That's what you sound like.
What a reference!
You guys know what I'm talking about, though.
Yes. Where did you pull that from? My God.
Dude, that's just a core memory of mine. That scene from
doesn't he talking? He's like,
yeah.
Is he saying Orion's belt or whatever he is?
Orion's
I love that. Classic reference. Mm-hmm. Classic reference.
Oh, it's good to be back, boys.
There's also a lot of people out there that I think are actually aliens in faces, but that's a whole different.
Wow. What a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Like aliens with face. Wow, okay. Yeah.
Like they're not real people. There's an alien living in their face driving a body.
It's like lizard people kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I don't really think that, but like it wouldn't surprise me. Nothing surprises me.
Wow.
So here we go with that.
What a way to start. I mean,
what's the timestamp on this derail? A minute 30.
A minute, yeah.
A minute in.
And this is probably the podcast that we've had the most to talk about sports-wise in how long?
Months.
Like 6 months, something like that.
At least the most like diversity of what we're going to talk about. Mostly it's been like one topic, right? It's like, let's talk Tigers, let's talk Pistons, let's talk Lions preview. Now it's like we got all football and Tigers to talk. We got everything.
We got it all.
I was going to make a great transition about Men in Black because great movie. It's like, you know, the little thing they flash to get rid of your memory. Do you think we could do that for the game on Sunday for the Lions this past Sunday? I'd love to just be zapped and just be like, didn't happen. Nope. Mm-mm.
I actually, though, am kind of glad that we can't do that to the players because I want them to remember that. I hopefully Dan Campbell's saying that, like, let's remember how this felt and like try to not have this happen again the rest of the season because they were flat on their face.
They were ass. I kind of already have done that to myself, just erased it from my memory. Like no notables, just not a good game from start to finish.
Had we come on Sunday night, which I wanted to, I think my reaction would have been a lot different than what it is right now. I was okay, just high level before we get into it. I got to ask, like when the game started on Sunday, did you guys have kind of the same feeling of like, I'm fired up, but it just didn't feel the same as the last couple years. You guys agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. It felt like we were going to lose. I felt like we were going to lose that game in a way that I haven't the last couple of years. Like I've been nervous going into games the last couple of years, but I felt in my heart of hearts that, we're going to lose this game before it even started for some reason.
There was no edge to that game, right?
Yeah.
It is like, because you look at last year, we came off of losing the NFC Championship, and we were like, okay, Super Bowl or bust, home field advantage, like number one seed, that's for us. And there was an edge to that. And then the year before that was that was when we beat Green Bay final game, and still didn't make the playoffs. Yeah. And there was an edge coming into that next season, which took us to the NFC Championship game. This year, I didn't feel an edge.
And it didn't feel like they had the edge either, you know, like that. That's the thing too. It just felt from the gun. It's like it didn't feel like they had that same energy. And it's just interesting because when you look at the last two games,
boring
the Washington game, but the Washington game and this game, that's two duds in a row that they just have not shown up for. Not like the peak last year was that Minnesota game in week 17, right? When they came out and won the division, locked up the number one seed. It's like outside of that, it just feels like we haven't had the same pizzazz or like, and I think we talked a little bit about that too, right? Does the mantra have to change this year, right? It's like, is it finish or remember the words we were throwing around of like what it needs to be? It's just, I don't know. Sitting down on Sunday, even when we started to lose, me of all people, you guys know me, I wasn't sitting there like throwing stuff at the screen. It just was like, I just like felt this regression was going to happen. It was like, well, here we go. Like this is not good. I wasn't mad. I didn't feel upset. I don't know where that came from. This was a weird, I don't know.
Now,
a weird vibe.
I'll play the other side of the coin and try to be positive here for a minute, because just looking at the box score, there's almost nothing positive to glean from the numbers, other than the fact that our rookie wide receiver scored a touchdown in his first game. Just
that was sick.
Yeah, that was a sick touchdown too.
That's probably the number one bright spot. But
it was nasty.
If we think about like from the other side, like from the Packers, I mean, they had just got Micah Parsons. Like they've got all this energy and momentum, and like the vibes are high for them. You know, it's not good. It didn't feel the same for them as it felt for us. Like we came in, like we were just saying, flat. They had to have come in with a lot more energy, enthusiasm. It's a new day for them. Versus not really the same for us. The talk for us has been about regression. The talk for them has been about forward progress. No pun intended. But that's, that's the difference I think in the game is just the momentum, preseason momentum was all on their side.
Yeah. Green Bay came in ready to kick the doors down.
Yeah. Their defense looked unreal.
And they were at home. But what's crazy too is if you look at Jordan Love's stats, I was looking at the box score too before we came on here. It's like he was 16 for 22 for 188 yards. It's not like he had Jared Goff threw for more yards, which is insane. It's just his quarterback rating was 130 and his QBR was 92. Like it just was from the gun that first drive. I think we had 3 third downs against them. Just could not get them off the field. Like that's like I don't know if I heard them talking about that on the radio, which I agree with. It's like all the fears that even we talked about on this pod in our Lions preview, all lived up to our fears of what we thought they were going to be. Like offensive line, horrible. Coordinators, both not great, right? Pass rush was non-existent. There was nothing there. Like those 3 things were the 3 biggest things that we probably talked about. All of them failed without a doubt on Sunday, plus special teams. Why is Grant Stewart awful? Why is Grant Stewart bringing the ball out, dude? You're in the end zone down, you're at the 35. What are you doing?
I think it came down to a lot of mistakes like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Goff threw that pick. Like, I mean, he had as many picks as he had touchdown passes. That's never going to be a recipe for success. When you look at we had 0 sacks, they had 4 sacks. Like
Aidan Hutchinson had 0 tackles.
0 tackles. Like
0 tackles.
I didn't even hear his name get called.
He was dropping back into coverage. I'm like, what are we doing here with a premier pass rusher, a guy who we thought was going to come back and win comeback player of the year, defensive player of the year, and he's dropping back, covering off like a tight end.
I mean, that's either just like mistake in terms of their strategy, or there's something that they still don't feel confident in him health wise.
You also, I think they dropped Davenport into coverage too twice. It's like, why are we dropping Aidan Hutchinson on a 3rd and 6 into coverage?
It's definitely a schematic thing, but like why?
Yeah.
Like
just getting too cute.
Exactly. Too cute. And you don't have to stick to the basics. And that's what this team was good at, right? Running the ball, get to the literally winning in the trenches has been what we have built this team on, and we can't do that.
It was exactly what the Packers did to us is what we did with the Packers. That's what felt so weird. It was like, wait, are they wearing the blue jerseys here? Why does it feel like they're down? Like, to me, the biggest concern that I'd love to hear your guys' biggest concern of even the stuff I just mentioned. My biggest concern moving forward, and Wilson, I see your name on here as time to question is first of all, Brad Holmes is going to put up or shut up the season because he was very clear and this is we're good. To me, it's the offensive line. Goff had no time to throw. You look at the PFF grades too. I mean, Graham Glasgow was absolutely horrible. I mean, he literally was missing. They had guys, the nose tackle coming right up the gut. Christian Mahogany was horrible, and Tate Ratledge was horrible. And Penei Sewell got beat twice by Micah Parsons. And Taylor Decker was, not horrible, but if you look at the PFF grades too, our bottom offense, Graham Glasgow, 43.6, Christian Mahogany, 54.4, Jared Goff, 45. That's all related. To me, it was the offensive line. That's my biggest area of concern is Graham Glasgow can't get his shit together. I mean, this season will go quickly because you guys see Goff. He's not Caleb Williams. He's not JJ McCarthy. He's not Jordan Love. He cannot scramble.
A lot of guys aren't those guys.
Yeah.
But the recipe for success, there's a very strict recipe for success that this team needs to follow. Yeah. And a couple months ago when Ragnow retired and they didn't go and do anything on the defensive side of the ball either. You're looking at this recipe just like, you're making a cake and then halfway through you start cooking lasagna. Like, what are we doing here? Like the cake was almost done. You know what I mean? Like,
man, that was good. That was really good. I think that's why I had such a big reaction when Ragnow retired. I don't know, Steve. I remember us doing a pod, just me and you, and I just couldn't let it go, and kept bringing it back up throughout that whole episode because I had a feeling that was going to be the biggest loss that we had, more than the coordinators, probably even, more than Aleem McNeil being out on the defense, even though we clearly need some defensive help. I think Frank Ragnow was the biggest missing piece we have now from last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from a player perspective, I'd agree. Frank Ragnow not being there is huge. Aleem McNeil's not being there is huge too.
It is.
Yeah.
It's huge.
We just got dominated on the offensive and defensive line. Even Kevin Zeitler, that's a great, look at him. He walked to Tennessee. He was a Pro Bowl right guard last year, and you let him walk for $5 million. It's this is where Brad Holmes, I keep saying, is like it or love it, or like it or hate it, believe it or not, is he has his motto of what he's going to do, right? They just re-signed Jamison Williams to a 3-year extension, so he's here for the next 5 years, right? You just signed him for $27 million, which in 2 years will be a steal for him if he continues to progress. Yeah. But they had this offseason, had $40 million left in cap that they're planning to roll over because they know they're going to have bills come due, as Brad Holmes says. And so that's what we said earlier. Did they do everything they could have done this offseason to insulate themselves from what's happening, at least through game one? I think the answer is no, they didn't. Right? They got 3 new guys on the offensive line essentially playing different positions with Glasgow, Mahogany, and Ratledge. And if that goes south, this team will not win. If they do not have a good offensive line that can at least be manageable, it is going to be a long season because that's just Goff needs protection. It's play action. That's Goff's offense. Without that, I don't care how good or bad our defense is. The offense will not. We had 6 points through the first 3 quarters or whatever. When was the last time we saw that happen?
Yeah, and that's all why I have time to question as my name here today, because and it's not about is it time for the fans to question or the analysts or Vegas. It's about is it time for the team, the management to start to question. And that's why I think we have 2 options right here. Moving forward from game 1, we could either say and I hope that they say this. We could either say that's not who we are. That's not going to define our season. We are better than this, and now we have something to prove again. Let's prove that this isn't how our season's going to go. Or they can actually start to question themselves and think, did we really regress as much as people are kind of saying or that we might have? And that would just be, I think, a further killer for the team if they let that first game really get in their head.
Yeah. That's one thing I think at least I don't think is going to happen is the mental toughness will be there. Not like Dan Campbell, like it or hate it, his approach, and Brad Holmes, some of that cockiness that you hear in the interviews. Mm-hmm. There's an edge there that doesn't go away. And I think the players get a lot of that. So I don't think they're going to doubt themselves, but I do think it comes down to the personnel on the field and the coordinators. This offense looks very vanilla. Again, 1 game in, but there's no motion before the snap. It's just how many times are they just going to run it right up the middle? It's just ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Or just
and Glasgow's missing. And Glasgow's missing the nose tackle. What Jahmyr Gibbs I saw, he's on my fantasy team. He had 10 catches for 22 yards or something. Mm-hmm. It's what? That's never. That's horrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I'm actually not super I don't know if you guys feel this way. I'm not on here oh my gosh, fired up, we're horrible. It's
it's the first game.
But I think the reality is there was going to be a natural regression that was going to happen here. If nothing else, if all the players were back the exact same, even just from the coordinators being gone, there was going to be this changing of the guard that was going to have to happen of building a plane in flight. Like that's how I think is going to have to happen this year. It's just there's a lot changing at one time. You got a lot of new personnel on the O-line. You got new coordinators, first-time coordinators, at least on the defensive side of the ball. And you got a brutal schedule. And meanwhile, it's not even just about the Lions not getting better. Even if the Lions are the same as they were last year, it's about the other teams in the division and conference getting better, right? The Packers are now the betting favorite. The Lions, I think, are actually third favorites now to win the NFC North, with I think the Vikings jumped them too. Like
Minnesota looks good. I mean? JJ,
they looked great last
game.
night.
Yeah, like it's going to
be. Don't you realize, Steve, how immobile Goff is when you watch all these other quarterbacks? He cannot move at all.
But we've proven that we don't even really need him to. Like if we bake the cake, to your point, Steve, if we bake the cake correctly, we can win with Goff exactly as he is without being mobile. It's just, I mean, it really doesn't help either when he's got no help with rushing. Where we rushed 22 times for 46 total yards, like 46 rushing yards for the team. That doesn't take pressure off Goff, that's for sure.
And that's the O-line there too. Like you can tell, those are uncharacteristic numbers for Jameer and Montgomery.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why, to your point, Wilson, we never needed Goff to be mobile because we had these two stud running backs that were Sonic and Knuckles, man, perfect complements to each other, that would go out there and get theirs every single game. And it's not there.
Yeah, you realize the offensive line, like how good our O-line was last year. I think we can get back to that point. It's just, we're getting a little long in the tooth, right? Like odds are, you look at this line, Glasgow's probably not going to be here next year. Decker, I know we re-signed him. Does he really have 2 more years left? Like,
no.
This might be the
Decker will probably miss 3 games this year at least.
Right, he's going to get
He's
hurt.
always good for missing a few games.
Yeah, and Sewell will bounce back. That's the thing. I think a lot of guys are going to bounce back. I Wilson, to your question about how are they going to respond? Like everything we've known from Dan Campbell would be they're going to look themselves in the mirror and they will be better. I think I saw some stat after they get blown out or something like that, Campbell's 10-1 or something in his time in Detroit, when they're coming off a loss. I don't know if he's lost 2 in a row since the year we went 2 years ago when we finished 9-8. I don't think he lost. I don't think he's lost 2 in a row since that point. So now if we lose this week in Chicago, if we lose against Chicago this week, now we're
alarms.
Now we got a problem because then we got to go to Baltimore, I think, on Monday night the following week. So it is setting up for an 0-3 start, which is not what we want.
It's going to be a completely different mindset of going against Ben Johnson. Coming off that big loss, they're going to be fired up in a way that I just don't think they had it in them in game 1. Yeah. They've got to have that gusto a lot more in game 2, naturally, because of the situation.
Yeah.
How great was it to watch Ben Johnson lose last night? I know I don't want the Vikings to win either, but I was like, yes, I just wanted them to lose so bad.
I'm gonna root against the Bears every single game so hard. Yeah. It's like they're U of M for me right now. I rooted against them as hard as I root against U of M.
Yeah,
I was spite watching.
Yeah,
although you know what, Kevin O'Connell for the Vikings. I know it's the Vikings. That dude just seems like a great fucking guy. He's such a good coach.
He's very,
you gotta respect it. Yeah. Anyway, so we're all banking on a comeback against Chicago this weekend. I think is a fair
you have
statement.
And if there isn't a comeback, then I think you're facing, to your point, you're staring down a potentially 0-3 start to the season.
Which means your season. I mean, it's tough to make it back from 0-3. That's a toughie.
It's very tough. But again, look, teams do it, right? It's
100%. Yeah,
and Valenti on the radio had a good point about this. There's very much every year there's teams that make it to the Super Bowl that preseason you're like, no, this team doesn't have a chance.
Yeah.
Right. Even midseason, you're like, no, this team isn't doing it. And they go.
But man, when we look at I'm just looking at our schedule right now, guys.
It's so hard. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. It is so hard. There's no relief.
Yeah. Cleveland. I mean, and it used to be Chicago, that's 2 dubs. Nope, not anymore. Although I don't think Caleb Williams, hot take maybe, I don't think he looked that good last night. He missed some wide open throws you could tell Ben Johnson was like, what the hell? Can we talk about Ben Johnson at the end of the game? I don't know if you guys saw, kicking the ball short of the end, essentially there's 3 seconds left until the 2-minute warning. He's got to get the ball out of the back of the end zone. They kick it in play. Guy takes it out for Minnesota, burns a timeout. They end up getting the ball back with like 5 seconds left because he didn't kick it out of the end zone. It's just like, huh? Do people in Chicago use to go to the Bears and then you just forget how to like manage a game? It was like, just kick it out of bounds, take it to the 40-yard line. Who cares? First down, the game's over anyways.
That's the thing. He hasn't had to manage a game, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have Dan Campbell holding his hand.
Right.
Well, or any offensive coordinator. That's probably the biggest thing of first-time head coaches is that game management. You have to be Johnny on the spot with these decisions in real time. You don't get to say, like, someone doesn't come on the headset like, oh, shit, we should do this. Right. And then you tell the ref, like, hold on, I need to figure out what I'm going to do here. Right. Like that's not how it goes. You just like there's already 11 guys on the field and 13 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah, you got to go.
Right. You just got to commit to it at some point, which is tough.
Yeah. Anything else from NFL for you guys week 1 before we jump into Michigan State? The only thing for me I thought stood out was like the Colts had a pretty – Steve, you're talking about teams that got off to a hot start this week that are saying like they sucked last year and could be good. It's like the Colts with Daniel Jones. What?
Yeah, right.
Is he resurgence?
With what's her name, Jenny Irsay, sitting on the sidelines with her headset on, listening in. Do you guys see that?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
She's the new owner of the team, and she listens on the headset because she wants to make sure that she wants to be sure that the people she hired know what they're doing. It's like, all right, girl, like you, like
these guys are the pros. You're not the pro.
Yeah. Like I just don't.
It's micromanaging 101, from anybody.
Dude, not even that. Like I just don't think any person without a long tenure of on-field experience, like sideline experience, could even fathom what comes through on a headset when they're like triple back, stack, right bench, double wide, 6, and it's like. I don't know what any of that shit means. Yeah,
she literally needs a language model to translate it for her.
Yes,
maybe she does. Yeah, maybe she
does.
Dude,
I like you ever see those like highlights they do from when they do like the training or the combine stuff, and they'll like the quarterback like I think it was one of the Brian Daboll was doing it a couple of years ago, and he like read off to your point, Steve. It was like asking him to repeat what he said, and it was literally like probably 15 seconds long, and it's like that is. Like a whole nother language. I'm sure once you learn it, there's like, it becomes second nature, but it's not like you can listen on the headset and they're like, we got to run it here. We should throw it here. Like that's not what it's not what they're saying. You know what I mean?
That's like
we should throw it.
Right. What do you guys want to do? Throw it to the receivers.
Yeah.
There was that clip too that resurfaced. It was like John Gruden when he was in Tampa Bay. And I forgot which quarterback he was talking to, and he's like, "It's 33 stack right," and he's like 30. He's like 30 stack right. He's like, "No, 33 stack right. What don't you understand?" Like said this whole like it's 45 words is the play.
Yeah. And then you're just getting more flustered where you're like, "Oh my gosh, I don't remember it." It's just it's
right. And it's training camp. It's 100 degrees. It's like he's still hungover from the off season.
Yeah. Anything else from NFL for you guys?
I won both my fantasy matchups, and then I'm in a DraftKings league where you it's every week you just make a daily lineup, and there's 15 guys in it, and you're shooting for first out of 15 to get your 10 points for the yearly standings, and I got first place in that as well. So I had a good fantasy first week.
Look at you. Big things coming. Big things coming at Wilson's house.
That'll be the last time I get first place in that for sure.
Wow. With that attitude, I'm sure it will be.
Yeah. I was going to say we were talking about playbooks. Do we want to transition to Michigan and understand what do we think? Let's start with the bad, then we'll go to the good with Michigan State. What do you think Sharon Moore's playbook is with Bryce Underwood? Do you think it's like, let's just run? That's it. No.
I don't know. I wish I could. I don't even know how to answer that question. It's a lot of run, and like you come into the season with this. Okay, you're the number one quarterback recruit. Like the first year, we had a guy that could throw the ball, and it's not there. I just don't.
Not there. Or he's throwing fastballs too. That dude just looks like he's going to be an NFL quarterback. Like he's just got the moxie and like the body type. And you're like, wait, this kid's how old? He's 18 or 19. He looks like he's 35. You know,
and part of that too is like this could all be what we just talked about. Like, how much of the playbook is Bryce Underwood comfortable with at this point?
Right.
18, like, dude, the kid's 18 years old. You know what I mean?
Young.
Like,
He might be a little overpaid.
Sure, but like when I was 18, I was throwing in my first skull in the back of my buddy's Bronco, puking out the side window. Like, this guy's memorizing. Classic. A blue chip program playbook. So,
yeah. I did think it was interesting. You look at someone like Arch Manning too, and then you look at someone like Bryce Underwood. It goes to show you though, like these freshman quarterbacks, like Wilson looking at Michigan State with what's his nuts?
Aidan Chiles.
Aidan Chiles. Like, look how bad he was last year. Like, he was not good last year. And look at the growth we saw this year. It's like you look at Underwood and Arch Manning, because Manning really didn't play a ton last year. Like, but you know what I mean? Now he's full-time starting. It's like you're going to have to go through your bumps and bruises this year. I'm just more of a fan of like, let it fly. Like at some point against Oklahoma, it was like, dude, this guy's still got a cannon. Like, let him. He's going to throw a pick. Like, look at McCarthy last night. Like, look at JJ last night. He throws a pick six.
Pick six for 70 yards. Yeah.
And then it was like, what the hell are we doing? Like, we got to let this guy be himself and throw the ball. And then you look at what happened last night. It's weird. Like, it's like we talked about earlier. Like, I'd rather go down with the ship with like my best, like my guy out there doing what I think he can do versus feeling like you left something on the table. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I got that vibe with Underwood, like that Sharon Moore, the play calling just seemed apprehensive to me. And it was like, we're okay just to keep this game close, knowing we're probably not going to win. Cause I thought that was a winnable game. I don't think Oklahoma was that incredible. No. I think a little bit better quarterback play and better play calling. I think Michigan's right in that game.
Yeah. I'm just curious like he threw the ball 24 times. He just only had 9 completions.
Well, yeah. They just didn't. It was a lot of short. I mean, Steve, I'm sure you were watching. It was a lot of short passes. It was a ton. It was like Wilson, a couple of their possessions early in the game was like run, pass. Like it was just, you could tell they were just trying to establish the run. It just didn't look to me like there was not a ton of deep balls. He did throw some decent balls that night, and it just didn't feel like they were fully opening it up. And then going up, you're in Norman, in Oklahoma. Like if you're not going to open it up there, like, what are you waiting for? Ohio State, right. I guess, Michigan State. It just didn't feel like they, like 9 completions. You couldn't, is that an Underwood thing or a play calling thing? And maybe that's
what I'm wondering.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of the play calling, and the play calling probably is what it is because of some of those incompletions and what they see it all week in practice and how he's only 18. But I'm with you, Robbie. I would have, like, this isn't, what do we have to lose this year? We're coming off of, like, there's going to be sanctions, suspensions. There's penalty. There's all of these things. A complete brand new roster from the national championship a few years ago. Like you can't expect to just do the same thing you did with that roster and be good at it with completely new personnel, coaching, all that stuff. So I'm of the mindset is they don't have anything to lose, especially this year. Bryce Underwood's not going to the draft.
No, he's going to.
You know what I mean? It's not. This
definitely
isn't
coming back.
It's not Kentucky basketball. Like, these guys stick around. Well, I guess there is the transfer portal part of it too. But for the most part, like he's going to be here, and
for sure,
you're looking at that year 3 as a year to be like, okay, this is when this guy's going to take us to where we think we can go. And on the way, like, let's get the bumps and bruises in now. Let's let him air it out. Let's let him figure out who he is and his team's identity.
Yeah, make some mistakes.
Yeah, and if we go 8-3, whatever. Like we weren't going to go undefeated. We weren't going to be the 3rd ranked team in the nation, no matter what. So who cares?
Yeah. It feels like the game. I know it was 24-13. That game that game was not as close as that score probably indicates. No. It's even like the Lions game, right? 27-13. That game felt like it was 42-7. Like I mean, that just felt like we got dominated. But I thought Justice Haynes looked really good too. He's solid. He had 125 yards on 19 carries. Jordan Marshall had another 30 yards. Like Michigan run game's always going to be there. That's just they can get a little bit of vertical passing going. Like that's where which I think Underwood will get there. I'm also just like selfishly, I just want to see.
I want to see the kid's got. Yeah,
I want to see him throw the ball.
This is like I don't know. We've never had a number 1 overall prospect, like high school prospect, coming up and like sticking around here. You know what I mean? And being like front and center for us to see every weekend. That's super
so much
intriguing.
Hype.
Yeah,
right. Because like that's why I keep bringing up Arch Manning. Look how horrible he looked. That game 1, he looked completely outmatched. But he's It's like J.J. McCarthy in the first half last night. Like, it happens. These guys are young quarterbacks. And you look comparatively like Aidan Chiles, Wilson. I'm sure you were like, he looked great. He looked like a completely different quarterback than he did last year against Boston College.
Well, I mean, you saw flashes of it last year where he'd scramble and make a great play, and it's like, dude, do that more. But then he would get flustered or like he would get jittery and just throw the dumbest pass when there's literally no Michigan State receiver in the area. Like, he did that so many times last year. He didn't do that at all on Saturday. Like, he looked dialed, and I hope that that's something that he can maintain, because if he can play this whole season like he did on Saturday, it completely changes the outlook for the team. Like, we go from hopefully we limp into a bowl to like, we could maybe win 8 games.
For sure.
And it's all going to come down to who is he going to show up as? Is he going to be that guy he just was, or is he going to make some bonehead plays? Of course, he's not going to be perfect, but he just can't be throwing the ball into as an area where there's only defensive players like he did probably once every game last season. So what I really loved is, like, if you're looking at the box score there, not only did he throw for 231 yards and 4 touchdowns, but he also rushed for almost 40 yards, which it's not
a real nice scramble, didn't he, on that TD? I think.
Yeah, it's not a huge number of rushing yards, but they were in key moments where we needed him to pick up a first down, or we needed him to make a play. That was my favorite thing of the game, was just his ability to get us move the chains when we really needed to, with in any way that he could do it.
That's what makes a dual threat quarterback scary. You don't have to be Lamar Jackson getting 80 yards rushing. Get 30 and pick up 7 at a time.
Exactly.
On 3rd and 6. Like, that gives your offense a lot more like punch, I think.
Yeah, if you can do that while also having that just connection that he's got with Nick Marsh, and Omari Kelly was also fantastic.
Dude, they got great receivers. Like, Marsh is so good.
Yeah, that makes it such a threat in the air, and then if he can scramble as well, like, it's gonna be we're gonna be a harder team to defend. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself because we beat Boston College by 2. Like, I mean, big deal, but just the seeing more poise from the team than I've seen in years does feel good, even if it, even if our season's still only going to be at the best case scenario 6-7 wins. It still feels good to see some progress.
Yeah, don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, man. Winning is winning. Al Pacino said that.
Nice, true.
That's good.
Fact. Yeah, he did. That's a great quote.
Live it up.
I was Wilson. I was going to say too, on the Chiles thing. I was thinking about that on Saturday night. How, those bonehead plays he kind of stayed away from that he'd had last year. You know what I mean? Like I think they even said it on the broadcast a couple of times. It was like, he threw it away, and it was like, that was a great play. You know what I mean? Like, he just went out of bounds. Like, he threw the ball out of bounds. It was like, he didn't do that last year, right? He's a young guy trying to make everything happen, right? That's what they say about those young freshmen, is like, you try to do too much. You saw with McCarthy last night. It's like, that's where like a guy like Jared Goff has been so good. When he doesn't have it, he generally throws the ball away, and you don't even think about it. You're like, oh, it's 2nd down and 10. It's like, he's not forcing into double coverage, which with Chiles' athleticism, you see that with these mobile quarterbacks. They feel like the play's never over. Yeah. Like, Goff has to do it because the play is over. There's literally nothing more he could do, where a guy like Chiles could scramble and he's looking around being like, there's got to be someone open. Then he gets sacked, or he's fumbled a ton last year, right? Because he was holding the ball kind of loose. That's the maturation that I think you want to see from a quarterback, that I think a guy like Underwood is you expect to see that same type of trajectory. He's a much higher, obviously, like, recruit than Chiles was. But that, to me, it's like, how does Michigan follow that same blueprint? I know it's only through 2 games, but that's where, like, the Chiles Underwood rivalry could be so good for Michigan State. Like, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like,
cool. Yeah. And Chiles is only 19 too. He's still only 19. Yeah. I think it comes down to, like, for him, some of the bonehead plays. When he was in high school, like, nobody was catching him. Nobody was like, he could scramble and just go, and he didn't have to worry about somebody coming from behind and knocking the ball loose. It just wasn't going to happen. And now he realizes, oh, that's a possibility. I got to be smarter.
Yeah. Now there's 9 guys on the other side of the ball that can do that to me.
Yes.
Right. Like that rattles you a little bit, I think.
I feel like in the NFL, you see that a ton too, where like
for sure
the guys try to go to the outside and it's like, dude, those linebackers and defensive linemen will catch you. Like you can like Jahmyr Gibbs is unique because he can stretch outside, but like you're trying to scramble and you're trying to go horizontal. College, like you get away with that. Pros, you don't get away with that. Those guys are closing and like, incredible speed. And that's like what an adjustment that has to be, to your point, Wilson, when you're the best athlete by far and all of a sudden you're just a guy, very different.
Yeah.
But I think both teams have cakewalks this week, I think, right? I think Michigan State has what, Central this weekend, right?
No, we've got
Youngstown
State.
Youngstown State, okay.
Yeah.
And then Michigan, I know who they're playing this weekend. I think it's a cake for them too, right?
Yeah, we have Central. That's Central.
I knew somebody
That's
had
tough.
Central.
That's tough for me. That's my 2 alma maters. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You got one real alma mater there.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
I'm sorry. That's not true. They're both alma maters.
That's a valid thing. I'll walk into that.
Dude, can we talk about the MAC? We talk about the Ohio Bobcats. You guys see this? Ohio Bobcats are legit.
I don't know anything about this.
MAC football is
Ohio Bobcats, man.
What about them?
I think they're going to be good this year.
Wait, what? Why?
I don't know. Because they're the Bobcats.
Are they actually good or are they great?
They're not good.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, they beat West Virginia. That was kind of a big deal. I'm trying to pump up my MACtion, okay? All right? I'm trying to get my MAC schools going. All right? Toledo, Akron, I don't know. We got anyone in there? Miami Redhawks, somebody? Can we get somebody that's halfway good, please?
I do love like the Wednesday night MAC football game, and it's like every team's pulling out like page 614 of their playbook.
MACtion, baby.
And it's shit you've never seen before. It's like they did what? That like they have the cute like direct snap to the tight end.
I love MACtion.
It's so good.
I have my MACtion shirt, which I love. Although I wore my Miami shirt to the office the other day, and everybody thought it was Maryland, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me, Maryland? Come on!"
How do you? It doesn't even. It's not even close.
And then they're it's like, just the M. It's just the M, and
I
can see it.
Let me see. I gotta look
frustrated.
this up.
And then somebody's like, "Why do you say Miami of Ohio, not like Miami University?" And I was like, "I don't know, because there's a big school in Miami. It's called Miami University. Like that's why." What the hell do you think?
I can see this. I'm looking at the logo right now, and it's basically.
I don't know. It was an all red shirt. It was a white M. It just I don't know.
Yeah. Can you imagine walking around being like, "Oh yeah, I played at Miami." And it's
which
like,
is
you think you're up there with like you played in the. Like you're walking down the hall. Yeah. You played. Yeah. You're sitting in the same locker room as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Warren Sapp. No, I'm talking about Miami, Ohio. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. It's fine. It's all right.
Dude, it's fine. I love it.
I have another bone I want to pick. Totally different subject that I want to get your guys' thoughts on. Yes. A lot of them tonight. Okay. I think we're good on football. I want to transition to Tigers real quick. I know we're going to talk about the Tigers. I know we've been on for 40 minutes, so we can wrap here soon. I know we'll talk about Tigers.
Bonus, baby.
Guys, I want to talk a little bit about Jason Benetti on the Tigers broadcast.
I know where you're going with this.
I don't know if you guys seen, there's been a lot of articles coming out lately about Benetti. And I don't know, have you guys tuned into any of these games to like, in my opinion, I think Benetti's gone a little bit off the script here. I think he's getting a little too goofy in calling these games. Like
Are you serious?
And Dirks. Yes. No, I'm serious. I think him and Dirks are going off the rails. Benetti just like it's the middle of an inning and he's talking about a hot dog in the third row. He's talking about some stupid joke with Dirks. And it's like, can we start talking a little bit of baseball? I don't need Matt Shepard level. I get it. I don't need to hear about the 84 Tigers 55 times. But I'm listening to Benetti talk. And it's like, I feel like when he first got here, it was baseball, baseball, baseball. And now we're getting a little bit loopy. We're just getting kind of fun in the booth. And it's like, I know there's a fine balance between that, but I don't know.
My take is, man, it's such a long season. Calling that many games, like you got to have some fun in there. I think that he's probably just in like I've already called 100 games plus this season. Like, I don't know. I think when it in games that really matter down the stretch, of the regular season here, I think he'll be way more locked in on baseball.
God, I hope so.
I'll give you a little inside baseball, pun intended, here. As the only member of this podcast who have created minor league baseball's in-game promotion of the year back in 2009, when I was a marketing intern at the Loons.
I was waiting for that to come out. I knew it was come out.
Yeah,
Steve, that might be the debut of this on the pod, right? I don't know if we've talked about it.
The Funky Feather, yeah. We'll take you back down a little trip down memory lane. I was the one of five. I think there's five of us. Five of us marketing interns at the Great Lakes Loons in Midland, and we developed a home run celebration that won minor league baseball's in-game promotion of the year.
Wow.
So we
legendary, Wilson.
Prestigious.
Legendary.
It's great. Have I seen the trophy? No. Did I? No. Was I alerted that we won it? No. Did I have to do a radio interview in Midland one day and I missed the call from the radio station because I was deadly hungover? Yes, that happened.
And you never did the radio interview? You just
no. They called me back like 20 minutes later, and they're like, "There he is. What were you doing?" Like they really just ragged me the whole time.
Incredible.
But I will say, to Wilson's point, that's a long ass season, and when you're not a player on the field, like we have to remember, the players on the field are the players on the field. They have their routine. They go but like hear me.
I know. There's a routine. It's funny. You're like the players on the field are the players on the field.
You get to the field. You do your routine. You have like you're a physical. You're an asset to the team. When you're the broadcast team, the production crew, all of this stuff, you just kind of show up midday and plan, and it's very repetitive. There's no like big it moments on the production side, because all of those moments are happening on the field, right? If that makes sense. Like it's just very like rinse and repeat day in, day out. So you have to keep it fun. And there comes a point in the season where you're just like, guys, like I don't care anymore. We're just going to have fun. Like that's all I want to do is have fun until we get to the playoffs or until the season ends or whatever. And that's where I think they're at.
I just feel like we're in the middle of a pennant chase technically still. And it's like all I got Benetti talking about is hot dogs in the first row and like Daniela Bruce and how like, Andy, it just feels to me there's just too many times in the game where it's a big moment in the game and we're talking about something stupid.
I hear you. At the same time, though, I also love it because I do think baseball can get kind of boring. Watch it. Yeah. I mean, they've sped up the game obviously a lot, which has really helped with it not getting as boring.
Man, but I'm outnumbered here. I'm getting outnumbered.
It's such a long season, man. There's so many games. But when we come down to those games against Cleveland, and it's kind of like it matters.
It could matter.
Yeah, I guarantee you, he's going to be talking way more. Especially, I didn't even realize about these articles, but I see this headline from the Detroit Free Press that says, Tigers broadcaster Jason Benetti should focus on the game. Like, right? Obviously, he's seen that. He knows that. He's gonna dial it in.
Yeah, and then it got me thinking: if we had to rank the sports broadcasters, the TV guys in Detroit of all four sports, football is tough because they obviously rotate every week, but Pistons, Tigers, and Red Wings. I think the Red Wings actually have the best broadcast.
Oh, crew. Yeah. You got Mickey.
Right. Mickey Redmond. And they're always talking puck. Like always. Now, hockey's different, a little fast moving. I think the Pistons need some help. I think it's time for George to maybe call it a career, and Kelser as well. I think we might need some new blood in there.
I mean, dude, I want those guys on as long as they'll possibly do it, but only because I just have such fond memories of the good days 20 years ago. When
you're hanging on, Wilson. You're hanging on to the old times.
But it's like they're legends. They're legends. And we're seeing the last years of those legends. It's like, I gotta
broadcasting and their lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
George Blaha and that, I think his announcing in life are coming. They're very parallel.
Dark. It is so dark.
I know.
Really quick, back to the baseball thing too, just to give you I think there's something to like the length of the season and this time of year, right? Because if we go back to 2018, what happened in September of 2018? That was when Rod Allen and Mario Impemba got in an argument over a chair.
Hell
yeah. That's what I mean. Like you've done so many of the same shit over and over again that you either just have to get goofy or you're just getting pissed about like fucking Mario sitting in the good chair and Rod Allen comes up from behind him and chokes him out. Like what one do you want? I'll take the goofy.
How about Mario and Rod versus Dirks and Benetti? Who do you like more?
In a fight?
No. Oh. Well, yes, in a fight, but also in like if you could say right now I want Rod and Mario back, would you take them over Benetti and Dirks? I think I would.
I would take them back.
Me too.
No way.
Dude, I love Mario and Rod. No, I love Mario and Rod.
Second deck. Come on.
You could feel there was some animosity there sometimes.
Which I liked.
Which I really liked. And they were very professional about it. They worked through it.
But doesn't that take the focus off the baseball?
No, they're still talking ball. They're still talking ball.
Feel the animosity, though. I feel like
I just don't like the slap. I don't like the slap happy in the booth. Even listen to the Lions this week. Tony Romo sucks.
Oh, Tony
he is
Romo's
so bad.
Ass.
Next up is, what do you say, Jared Love? Are you nuts? Are you insane? He doesn't even know Jared Goff versus Jordan Love. He literally looked like he had enough makeup on, like that he was going to I don't know what he was going to. It was like his face was orange and the rest of his body was white. Yeah. And then all he kept talking about is how, the Lions last year. Oh, the Lions last year. Hey, Tony, new year, bud. We get it.
Yeah.
I was horrible.
And loves him some Micah Parsons. Tony Romo, ever since he was Jessica Simpson's rebound from Nick Lachey. That was pretty much his downfall.
I agree.
You guys are just such haters on these broadcasts.
Are you a Romo fan?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Oh, Jim. Oh, that's what the whole broadcast is that. That's all I get.
Good. I know.
You know
I
what?
Can't stand it.
I will say, Robbie, I think that you would actually be a pretty darn good broadcaster. So I think you have the right to call these guys out because I think you could actually do it pretty well.
I appreciate that.
I think I would suck at it, and so I don't think I can even say anything about any of them because they're all doing a way better job than I would.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
I mean, it's obviously harder than it looks. Clearly, can Tony Romo like Tom Brady? Can we get a little practice in? Can we maybe just try and know the teams? You know, when they're calling out, number 73 got the tackle there. It's like, guys, can we get a sheet in front of us to know who that is on the team?
That's pretty pathetic.
It's literally in numerical order.
Can we work a little bit on it instead of calling numbers out? Do we think we could maybe know the player's name?
Right.
Because I feel like you're getting paid enough to do that.
That's your job. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially you look at Dan Miller, who calls the game incredibly. He's guys up in the rafters with binoculars. He's got a guy next to him with a note card writing stuff down.
Notes.
He still sounds seamless. You know what I mean? So, anyways, back to the Tigers real quick. I was going to say Tigers are 8 games up. I think they're going to win tonight, which I think sends their magic number down to maybe 9. I think 10 or 9 or 10. I think they got 6 left with Cleveland, and Cleveland's now surpassed Kansas City. So this thing is going to come down to the wire no matter what. It's going to come down to probably 3 or 4 games is my guess. If they end up winning the division, it'll be at that level.
Wow. Well, that means you think that Cleveland's going to take us for a lot of those games.
They're 8 games up right now.
I know.
Let's say we win those first 2 games against Cleveland. We're 10 games up and only 6 games to go.
Assuming we get there, still 8 games up, I guess is my point.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're not going to win the division. I just think, my point is I don't think it's going to be some 11 game cushion just based on what we've seen so far. Their starting pitching has completely deteriorated. The conversation of them winning the division versus what I think could happen in the playoffs are 2 very, very different things. I'm not feeling super confident outside of Tarek Skubal that we got anybody to start game 2.
Except for Casey Mize is
maybe
tonight. If you look at just the sample size of tonight, which is way too little to look at, he was great, but he's inconsistent to your point.
Yeah.
You just don't know what you're going to get.
Too inconsistent.
I wanted to share this stat with you. I screenshotted this the other day, and then I know we can wrap. But do you guys realize how good of a year Tarek Skubal's having? His stats this year, I saw this tweeted the other day. It said, starting pitcher seasons in the integration era with an ERA of 2.1 or lower, 11 plus Ks per 9, and a whip below 0.90. There's 2 people. Pedro Martinez and Tarek Skubal. Mm-hmm. He's on track to finish with one of the most dominant seasons we've ever seen. This dude is
back-to-back Cy Youngs.
real. Yeah, he's definitely going to win Cy Young, barring. I actually don't think he can. I think he's going to win it no matter what. He's only got 3 starts left, but like,
yeah,
this dude is ERA of 2.1. His K through 9 is 11, and his WHIP is what would I say 0.9. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean,
we just got to appreciate it for how good he's been. You know.
Yeah, appreciate it while we got it, because I don't think he's either
keeping him.
He's either getting his ass paid somewhere else, or like you move him.
Why would we not pay him though? We have no starting pitching. He's just pay him, keep him. He's saved us this year.
Yeah. I just don't think he's going to do it either. I don't think they're going to pay him.
I personally, I don't. There's a limit. I would pay pitchers. I can't swallow the pill of $425 million for the guy that's going to play once every 5 games. No matter how dominant you are, like I get it. They're just like, and that's not anything against Skubal or the Tigers or anything. I think it's the market has just gotten so out of control with these big name pitchers. You know, they're going to New York. They're going to LA. They're going to Boston. They're going to these big markets that can just piss away that money because they don't care. And they're going to outspend everybody else. And it never really works out for that team.
The 1 out of 5 games is tough when you really think about it. It becomes a lot more palatable when you get to the playoffs and you can start. You're probably going to start them more, and that's where it really matters. But man, yeah, it seems very scary to imagine losing him with our current starting pitching situation. Like, and now obviously we got some guys injured who will come back and hopefully they continue to develop. But I'm just imagining not having him this year. I think our position is definitely very different.
Yeah, for sure. Right. But imagine having, the good version of Casey Mize for half that price and another young pitcher coming up that gets those starts.
True.
Right?
True.
Like you can make up those wins, like in terms of like wins and losses. I think you can make that up with 2 or 3 other free agent signings that are going to equal that total $425 million contract.
That's fair. A little more depth.
And I think we're operating. No, Steve, I agree with you in the sense that I think we're operating with a team with a limited budget. Chris Illich is not opening up the wallet. So like if it's going to be sign Tarek Skubal, maybe re-up Riley Green and that's it. Otherwise we're Zach McKinstry hunting in the offseason. Then I'm like, okay, I'd rather try to build a full team around maybe a less efficient pitching staff versus if you tell me this is Mike Illich and we're going to sign Tarek Skubal and then I can still remain aggressive. 2 very different thoughts. I'm operating in the we're small market mindset team, which is what the Tigers have been doing, right? It's shorter deals, bigger money amount. Like Gleyber Torres is probably going to walk this year, right? Like he's probably done. Like you look at a guy like Skubal, you got 1 more year left with him. I can see him pitching until his arm falls off next year, and then he might walk. Like that very well could happen.
Or I could see him moving him. Like if you have a shitty outing in the playoffs because you don't have pitching depth, it doesn't matter if Skubal goes out and pitches every game for you. You're not going to win.
Yeah.
So trade him, get a haul, and as long as they can go, I agree with you, Robbie. There's a finite budget.
Yeah,
but
unfortunately, it's unfortunate.
But I don't think
situation.
it's not. We're not the Western. The Pacific time zone A's or whatever location the A's
Sacramento A's.
Yeah,
the Sacramento A's.
The Pacific Standard Time A's. Like we're not that bad. We're not the Rays. We're not these like nothing burger teams. I think we'll have about a league average salary. Yeah, which the development of our prospects has been really good, and this is where I think if you can go out and like extending Riley Green and then going and get a stud free agent. And backfill, like I'm fine with it.
Dude, if we don't pull up some good prospects next year, I mean, I don't even know enough about our prospects to know like what's their timeline. But as the average fan, I would say I probably am of the Tigers, maybe a little more than average fan. Like I need to start seeing some of these prospects regularly that are having huge contributions for how much they've been talking about. Like, let's bring the kids up and let them play. Like, where the frick are they?
Yeah. I mean,
Steve's boy. Talk about him, Steve.
Which one?
Talking about we talking about McGonigal. You want to talk about Clark? You want to talk about your boy Rossino, whatever the hell his name
they're
is?
so good.
Chris
Let's
Rodriguez,
see 'em.
my guy.
I mean, God.
Yeah, Chris Rodriguez. That's who it was.
But here's the thing with baseball, and this is where it is so hard, is that these guys, even if you call them all up next year, the odds of any of them, like if you call up your top 4 prospects, let's say they're all on the same timeline, ready to be in the MLB next season, it's probably 3 seasons before one of them projects to be an all-star.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're lucky if you get one of them to project to be an all-star. You're lucky if all 4 of them stick around on the team, because a lot of these guys...
Well, then why are we valuing them so highly? Like, just trade their stupid asses. If
that's
none
part
of them are
too.
going to be good, if you're saying it's going to be 3
Yeah.
years before maybe one of them is something, trade them all. I don't want
it's
them.
okay.
Yeah.
We got Charlie Morton, bro. We're good. We got Charlie Morton, and
this is probably my whole big thing with the Tigers is I feel like Scott Harris he has a timeline, and we have over exceeded the expectation the last 2 seasons, and he's sticking to his timeline of getting his young guys up, and it's like a 10-year plan, which is going to suck, but ultimately, hopefully, pay off. So who knows?
it's going to be. Damn it, I don't want to see Scuba walk. I know it's so irresponsible. The thought that we may let him walk is insane to me. He's so damn good. And Steve, everything you said, I agree. I totally hear you. It's like the thought though of him walking like in his prime.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
Tough
I don't know.
Oh, it's tough. I just don't know if I can stomach. It's like last year when I was saying trade him for Jackson Holiday from Baltimore. Holiday sucks. He hasn't even been that good. It's like imagine if we did that.
But that's the thing. Jackson Holiday is his second year. He could still turn into an all-star player, or he could be a piece of shit. Like we don't know.
That's why I think we can fill in some of that depth.
Yeah, sign him. Screw it. I'm on sign him.
Sign in.
I'm on
Sign him.
I'm on trade him. I'm on trade him this offseason.
Wow.
Trade all the prospects.
If he goes back-to-back Cy Youngs, and
You can't trade him. You can't trade him. How do you trade him?
Hell yeah, you can. You can trade him. You can get the 3 of the top
We can get more
20,
prospects.
20
But your farm
prospects in
system's already
baseball.
loaded. Our
It
farm
doesn't-
system's
Why
already
need
loaded.
more then?
Oh
my God.
It doesn't matter, because then you have
You know why?
you have a
'Cause
clean
they're cheap.
salary. Yes, you have a clean payroll table. You can build around Riley Green. You can let some of the guys like Spencer Torkelson figure it out, or let him walk, and then call
Riley
up
Green
your
is
young
about to
guys.
set the all-time Tigers record for most strikeouts and might finish with the most strikeouts ever in a single season in
And
MLB
then
history.
3 years from now, we'll call up 6 prospects, and one of them will make the team.
Framber Montilla will be called up in 3 years. That'll be
Steve
great.
is Wilson. Steve is so good at Tigers prospects, though.
I do
know-
love me some Tigers.
Dude, I know you
prospects.
know
I do.
10 times more about it than
He
me, but
does.
I think that's
He
because
does.
that's why you're overvaluing them, is because you have the time spent in learning about them.
Not maybe a little bit. Maybe that's why. But the thing is, for mid-market teams like us, prospects are currency, right?
Yeah.
So you get 1 or 2 of these guys to be like, okay, like say McGonigal and Clark come up, and it's like, okay, these are our 2 studs, right?
Yeah.
These 2 guys, Riley Green and Colt Keith, that's like our big 4, like core players coming in 2 seasons from now. Then you trade the rest of them, right? Then you trade the rest of the prospects for established players.
Yeah,
right?
at
And
some
that's where
point you got to
go all
make
in.
the switch.
Yeah, Avila,
Weaponize the assets.
Yep,
That's what we
Avila
say,
did
right?
not have good prospects for Scott Harris to do that coming in, and Chris Illich didn't have the paychecks to build a team from nothing.
Steve, the core of this team is all Avila guys. All of them.
Okay, yes, the number one.
I'm just saying they are. They're all Avila guys.
Spencer
And they-
Torkelson, who you drafted 1-1. Casey Mize, who
Dingler.
you drafted 1-1.
Dingler.
Dylan Dingler was a good find. Yeah, Dylan Dingler. Riley Green,
Parker
5th
Meadows.
overall pick. Parker
Meadows.
Meadows.
Riley
Okay.
Green. Kerry
Parker-
Carpenter. You want me to keep going, brother? Come on now. They're all
Most of those-
Avila guys.
Yes,
I know.
most of those guys were top 5 draft picks. It's those guys are
No,
going to
Kerry
be
Carpenter
contributors.
wasn't. Parker Meadows wasn't a top 5 draft pick. You got 2 guys in there where one of them stinks.
Okay, then you're going to pay them to long-term contracts?
No.
Exactly. They're not
I guess
that
my
good.
point is
they're role players, which is great.
my point is it's Harris. I wouldn't say Harris has had his touch on this team yet outside of the pitching. Like Torres, yes. McKinstry, yes. Other than that, it's been mostly all of the. To your point, I was actually giving you a compliment on the prospects. It's going to take.
Yeah,
it's going to take 4 or 5 years. Like we never would have thought 4 or 5 years ago. That's why Avila got fired. Remember, he couldn't develop anyone. 3 years later, our whole core of our team is
trade. Yeah,
our whole core of our team is all of his guys. So I don't know.
We just worked me up into being mad. Now I'm more mad than I was at the trade deadline that we didn't trade into these prospects.
No, we're good. We got Montero. We got Charlie Morton. We got Kyle Finnegan. His groin's broken.
Wilson's mad we didn't trade 2 months ago and we just won 10-2 and are leading the AL Central.
I know, but
I'm pissed too. No, we totally screwed
it is
the pooch.
weird. It is weird,
It is.
but I'm thinking about the playoffs now because we're going to win the division, knock on wood. I mean, if something goes absolutely terrible, we won the division and we're going to, we could have been in such a good shape going into the playoffs.
I think it's that assumption. It's kind of like we felt with even the Red Wings last year trying to get to the playoffs, or even the Pistons. It's like nothing's a guarantee. So, if you're in a position to be the number 1 seed or number 2 seed, same thing we thought with the Lions last year at the trade deadline, right? They got Za'Darius, I know, but we were like, dude, go all in, go get whoever. It's like there's no guarantee year to year that you're going to be in that position. So when you have a chance, go get it. Look, we referenced the Lions in the NFC title game, right? I'll keep bringing that up of that could have been our shot. I can't help but think that was our shot with this team was that moment in that season and last season, and we blew it. And blew it as a loose, but you know what I mean? We didn't deliver on it.
But the time is gone. It's gone. I mean,
the time has passed.
We could be a good team this season and we could make a surprising splash, but it's way less likely.
We have to be up 17. Well, Wilson, you and I did that podcast. Remember when I came back from San Francisco and I said, for us to be satisfied again, I have to be up 17 points at fucking halftime in the NFC title game for us to be equal to where we were that year. And it's
got to be less than 10% chance or 5% chance that we are going to do that this year. It's got to be such a low chance.
Right. And that's where with the Tigers, it's you got a good team. You got a starting pitcher that's one of the best all time, right? He's been insane. Push the chips. That's again this now.
This is where it's frustrating, and that's where I feel like all of these teams have been doing the same shit.
Now I'm mad.
I know. We just worked ourselves up.
Well, rightfully so. None of our teams are doing it. They're all taking.
Can we go for it once? Somebody,
approach.
I got the Eagles trading. Eagles trading for Chank Bigsby. I got Green Bay Packers trading for Micah Parsons. Yeah. What are we doing? We're signing Al-Qadim Muhammad to a 1-year deal. That's what we're doing, but we're good because Brad Holmes says we can only have one edge rusher, and we're good.
That's one. And then you look at going back, taking a full circle to the Tigers piece. Look, imagine coming into this playoffs into the playoffs this year, getting a number 1 seed. You're going to get that first round bye, right? And you have right. Oh, there you go, a little Tim the Tool Man for you. But you know what? You know what the Red Sox did last year? They went out and traded for Garrett Crochet. Right?
Yeah.
And they gave up 2 of their top 100 prospects. We could have done that.
True.
And imagine having Skubal, Crochet as and then Flaherty, 1, 2, 3, and Casey Mize. That's your 4 rotations, or your 4 starters in a rotation going into the playoffs.
Stud.
That's elite, right? That is elite.
Yeah. Yes. Did the Red Sox just release Crochet too, or am I nuts?
What? Release him? No.
Yeah. Who am I thinking of that they just released? Whoever they traded for. Sorry, go ahead. I blacked out.
No, Garrett Crochet's he's
continue on
nipping on Terry Skubal's heels for Cy Young.
Walker Buehler. Sorry.
Yeah, Walker Buehler.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry,
right.
I was going all over the place. But yes, I agree with you.
The number 2 pitcher in baseball.
Look at Kyle Finnegan, how great he's been too, and that was a decent mild pickup for us. Now he's hurt. He obviously hurt his groin warming up. Classic.
But we've all done it.
That's why this could be a short playoff run with how our starting pitching's been. But anyways, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. Let's end it there. Let's end it on that.
Let's end it on Karis LeVert. Sick.
What a terrible.
God, yeah.
What a
Duncan Robinson. Let's end it on there. Let's end it on Duncan.
God.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Wait,
guys.
hold on. What about those?
Malik Beasley, not guilty.
Not guilty.
He's coming back, boys. We got a roster spot. He just paid his rent in Detroit. He's coming back.
What about all those Red Wings signings?
Now you're really going to get me pissed.
Yep, I knew it. I got it. We can't leave anyone off the table here.
I'm out.
Everyone's
fair
game.
Miser plan sucks.
Guys,
okay.
Man,
okay.
This was just such. I think that this was the least optimistic podcast we've ever done, from the jump with the Lions all the way through to the end here.
Yeah, this is
I actually felt like we were
glass
pretty,
half empty.
I thought we were pretty good with the lines, though. I think we were all reasonable, not super emotional. I think it was very practical.
Yeah. Until you go down 24-17 to the Bears next week. We'll pick
I'm going to be. I just want you to know, I'm going to be in a real dark place if we lose.
I know.
Next week.
You'll get nothing. That sign behind you, nothing stops Detroit. We're just going to write under it, except for our GMs.
Yeah,
nothing.
Wilson,
stops
are you going on
Wilson?
You're going on a European adventure for a week, right?
Yeah, I am. So I will probably not be able to watch that game.
Are you getting your hair? Are you getting your hair done? You're going to Turkey for the hair?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm actually, I feel like I don't have any hair receding, but
I know you have an incredible head. You have an incredible head of hair right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to Turkey for limb lengthening. I'm gonna be about 5 inches taller at this point next month.
Were you talking about your? Okay, you know what? Yep, that's fine.
I'm just going to Germany.
Just the limbs. He's going to be walking around with his knuckles to the floor. looking like a daddy.
My legs. I was talking about my legs.
Oh, I
professional pod. To all my family listening out there, thank you. We're a PG podcast.
They're not listening, and we're over an hour in. Anything goes at this point.
Walk around looking like the claw machine that grabs toys at the arcade.
Yeah. So I will unfortunately not be present for the pod next week. And I will probably not be able to watch the game, but I will be following along, and I'll text you guys.
I bet the Lions game will be on in Germany because that's for Amon-Ra.
Yeah, but what time will that? What time is the game at?
It'll be at night. It'll be at night for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
7-8 hours, dude. That might be a great time to go watch. Go watch some German bar.
Go get dinner, then go hit a bar, watch the football game. That'd be great.
Yeah, go get some brat. Go to the Hofbrauhaus or whatever.
That we're staying right there. Hopefully they have it on. I'll be the annoying American asking them to turn it on.
Dude, they'll have it on.
I'm serious with Amon-Ra. I think he's got a big following in Germany.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean it. That's legit, right? I think his dad was in Germany for a while. He speaks German. I feel like he's got some connection. They thought maybe the Lions were going to have one of those overseas games because of that.
Okay.
I want you to drink Das Boot.
I'm definitely going to.
Got to.
For every touchdown that we score.
I'll get a video of that. That would be. Yeah. I will be very unwell if I do that, but I'll try.
I know. I'm looking forward to that one.
Well, safe travels, Wilson. We will miss you. Steve and I will hold the fort down.
Thanks, guys.
Let me know how the limb lengthening goes. I might go take that trip myself.
Yeah, I could use 5 more inches of height on my body.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening to another hour and 7 minutes of Take the Points. We really appreciate you. Please like, share, comment, and tell us that you love us. Watch on YouTube. I don't know if we even put it on there anymore.
Yes,
but we will. We will put this one on there.
It's up.
So we appreciate y'all, and we will see you back here very soon on Take the Points.
A true underdog podcast.
That's what I want to sound like.
Bye-bye.
Peace.